I'm out here at SOMA Camp 2024. Let me show you all the cool stuff we found. Ooh, we found some black trumpets here. This is Ceratus calicornucopioides. Beautiful little edible mycorrhizal mushrooms going here with tan oak. Fantastic. Kale and Dave found a bunch too. Hold those up. Oh my God, look at that. Huge cluster. Gorgeous edible mushrooms. So we'll pop these in the basket with the rest of our stuff. Yeehaw.
Oh yeah.
Attaboy, boys. There you go.
That's two down here.
Nice. You got some?
Yeah, just a solo.
Very cool. Nice little collection we got there. Not too bad. Just keep looking around at this tan oak habitat. Gotta go down and kind of search for them, but they're here. They're just really, really damn hard to see. Now, you gotta look for like the absence of something. Little black circles somehow. You can find them, but they're tricky.
They're like at leaf level, like
yeah, they're like buried in it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, so
like
coming
dent on itself.
Yeah, coming down here and looking at the base of tan oaks. There's a nice one. I get in there, get that. Try to get down to the base, pluck it out. There you go. Beautiful black trumpet. Woo. Look at all these trumpets. And that hive of activity behind me.
Oh, nice. That might be exciting. Just like that away, west, but not far.
These are all the silent auction items that we have here at SOMA Camp. And some of our wonderful mushroom vendors. Lots of tasty snacks, some supplements, gear, all sorts of powders. Some pretty cool auction items. Some great wines that were donated. Cool mushroom puzzle. We have the bookstore with all this wonderful selection of different kinds of books. And some dried mushrooms. And black trumpets and yellow feet, sheeny water bottles. Everyone's over there, crowded around the fireplace, over there for a cooking demo. Pretty cool.
Sure?
Yeah,
We're just gonna have a close up there.
little video here. You got the cauliflower going on. You got all that beautiful Mycology breaking it up. Look at that. Bags and bags of mushrooms. All sorts of good stuff. Lots of food prep here at SOMA Camp. Cauliflower. All right. There's the little black trumpets there.
So it'll be much prettier tomorrow.
So what are these? Are Hinellenpecki meringues or
No, this
just
is
like little sugar structures?
So you see,
Oh wow. Okay.
the jam will go in there.
That's so cute. Oh my
You
goodness.
see them on your cake tomorrow night.
Wait, you
Love it.
tell what they were?
Oh, he knows. Oh, he knows.
Yep. Here's a great selection of fiber arts dyed with mushrooms. So here's a little display on the different colors of mushroom dyes you can make. The history of SOMA and fiber arts. Pretty cool little diagram display there, and just really neat hats that are made here, dyed with mushroom stuff. Very cool. All those cute little buttons. That's super interesting. So these are all of the colors that they made at camp last year with different mushrooms. So here's our shiitake log inoculation workshop. They drilled holes and they're plugging it with sawdust spawn. There's the tool.
But like I never have found one,
So they fill that up and then plug the holes. It's pretty cool. Here's the station where they prep the logs. They take all the lichen off with a brush and then they drill holes in it. And then they go ahead and plug it there with the sawdust spawn. So that's one way to do log inoculation. Pretty cool to demonstrate this for people here at SOMA Camp. And here's our ID table. We're intaking specimens. And going ahead and adding a little description and details on where it was found, the kind of habitat. But this is a job being done diligently by Mikhail, our resident ID specialist, and Darvin, the founder there of SOMA. But we're all hard at work here, making stuff happen so that we can fill all of these shelves with cool mushrooms for everyone to look at. So we're a little sparse now, but we're going to fill it out, and it's going to be really cool. Look at all those mushrooms.
a wonderful stained glass.
So you can't hear it, but when I go through the honey, it pops. It goes pop, 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 pop to break the seal of the wax. The wax you can eat the wax. It's really good for you.
County, and I was digging around in that Cascadian volcanic rocky soil, and I was digging up these blobs, some of which were stones and some of which were truffles, and I had to squeeze each one individually to figure out which was which. But when I finally got all the truffles sorted out and sliced them open, this was one of the most amazing aromas I've ever smelled in fungi. And I've only seen the species once, but it smelled exactly like Bananas foster. So the species is a kind of Gauteria. So these are coral mushrooms that have gone into a truffle form. And it smelled delicious. I wanted to eat them on the spot.
I'm here in Sonoma at the Sonoma Mycology Association Camp 2024. Let's go see all the cool stuff going on. So we're doing felted mushrooms here, little fiber arts. That's very cool. What are you making, David?
I was gonna make a black trumpet, and then there was no black, so I'm just going
fair.
on mushroom.
That's pretty cool. Wonderful selection of fiber arts here. And here we are in the kitchen at SOMA. There's a nice big tub of mushrooms. Look at that. We have some chicken prepped for later. Searing off green onions. Hello. Wonderful. We got everyone working hard in the back here. Prepping veggies, caramelized onions. Hello. Hi there. Good morning. We got a bunch of good broccolini there. Some focaccia dough. Wonderful. Roast mushrooms. All right. Anything else good to see? What else we got? Ooh, soup in there. Oh yeah, that's it. The smell on that is incredible. Holy cow, I love it. Thanks, chef. Are we making pizzas or focaccia? Focaccia, okay, beautiful. Love it. That is fantastic. Woo. All right, so what do we got here?
We're doing thin sliced trumpet mushrooms, and then we're seasoning them with like a paprika chorizo style blend.
Ooh,
and so that's going to be
fun.
one of the features of the salad tonight.
Oh,
So,
wonderful. Okay,
yeah.
so you got these, and we're gonna roast them.
Yeah, here I can give you a peek in the oven. So here we
Hell
are.
yeah.
They're coming up. I'm at 350, and they'll come with 10 minutes. They get nice and crispy.
Crispy,
Yeah.
spicy, beautiful salad accoutrement.
Yep,
Wonderful.
yep.
Thank you.
You got it.
All right, what do we got going on in here? Slicing up some herbs. That's good. Wonderful. We got a whole bunch of. This looks like a meatloaf mixture, maybe? I don't know. Something good. I'm gonna roast potatoes. Ooh, there's our focaccia. Look at that. Wow. That's beautiful. Is that black trumpets on there? Or maitake?
Black trumpets, maitake, hedgehogs, and yellowfoot, I think.
All right. That looks phenomenal. I love it.
Is it good?
Yum. That's how you feed 300 people.
Correct. So that was going to be my next question: is what would it split water into?
Not carbon.
So what are your end products?
Hydrogen and oxygen. Yes.
Okay. So would you be able to tell me just by looking at these bubbles which one is hydrogen and which one is oxygen?
Hydrogen small. No.
One's more abundant. One's twice as abundant.
Opposite of what he said.
Nailed it.
Oh yeah.
So the bigger bubbles on this side are going to be hydrogen because each water molecule has 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen.
Yeah.
And both of those gases are diatomic. So like hydrogen gas is H2 and oxygen gas is O2. So you get double the amount of hydrogen. So for every,
Oxygen's 8 times larger than hydrogen.
but gas, because of the ideal gas law, all gases are the same size. Fill up the same amount of volume, which is
in standard pressure temperature, which
Yeah.
It's not the mass, it's the volume that's.
Think perverts.
They might have more mass for the same volume.
I mean, I know PV NRT.
Volume's not
For whatever
specific.
reason, my mind remembers.
Mikhail, how's it going? Yeah? You taking some midnight Anteloma there? That's cool. See anything else?
No idea what the hell that is.
Oh, this is floccularia. Elbow teats.
Darwin said no, it's a tricholoma.
No, this is floccularia.
That's what I said.
This is floccularia. I eat these.
I see a flock.
Let's see what else we have here. We got some rustler. This is probably that's probably a tricholoma. What else do we have around? Let's look at our stuff. We got cortinoids. So this is a Hypholoma that glows in the UV. We'll use some Flammula, an actual beautiful little cortinaries here with the red gills that can be used to dye fabrics. There's a big chunky agaricus. Look at this. That's huge. We got a bunch of Hericium, beautiful little coral lion's mane relatives. Lots of coral mushrooms like Rumeria. A couple of hedgehogs there. We found those yesterday. Those are very tasty. Some really big Caprinus comatus. That's awesome. This will melt as it matures and become like this, turn a big pile of goop. But right now, this is a really delicious edible mushroom. I'm actually time-lapsing one indoors. We have some of the gastroids. So we have the earth stars, hygroscopic earth star, the dieball Pisolithus there, different kinds of puffballs. Here's a Lycoperdon, the ones that have little spines on it. Translates to wolf farts. We have these beautiful little cannonball fungus. I like those a lot. Those are super common in wood chips. Lots of polypores. Jonoporus is a really bitter, interesting one. Big Dyer's polypore. Some turkey tail, gilled turkey tail like the Trametes betulina. All sorts of cool stuff here. Ooh, and our Ascomycetes. So we have the elfin saddle. We have this Bulgaria inquinans, this sort of black bulgur stuff, weird black jelly things. We have a little beautiful little jelly baby here, Leosha. Tiny little orange cups, those are very pretty. The orange peel fungus. You can always think this is an orange peel, and it's not. It's an actual Ascomycete cup. And we got some jellies, my favorites. Little goopy boys there, and the Pseudohydnum cat's tongue fungus. Those are wonderful to candy, make little jellies out of. So, what a cool selection here of mushrooms at SOMA camp. Here's the microscopy room.
Now on that? You talking to me, Mike?
Yeah, which?
I like Sparkling.
Yeah,
This is what happens. I put oil on the 40 objective.
It's just a like Fisher brand lens cleaner.
Okay.
It's cool. All right. Did you want to look at it real quick?
Sure.
So take a gander.
So we're in here looking at the spores of different mushrooms under the microscope, teaching and searching and learning all together. It's a pretty cool facility and workflow here at SOMA camp.
It looks so cute.
We're at the COO Retreat here in Sonoma. There's a beautiful mixture of tan oak, Doug fir, redwoods, madrone, all sorts of good habitat to find all those wonderful mushies. Wow, look at that. There's all sorts of good stuff down on the forest floor. Sterilizing straw for inoculation?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, this is the pasteurization.
So we're boiling straw. We got all this straw over here. We're gonna mix this with oyster spawn for a big workshop. Look at this setup. Wow. Very cool. So over here they are doing straw cultivation, and we got a lot of people sanitizing their hands, and they're ready to start mixing up substrate. Patty. So everybody's getting all sanitized, so they can go ahead and touch our spawn here. Oh, that's not spawn. That's styrofoam. Spawn's in there. Okay, here's our spawn. Yeah, we get a big old bag of spawn, so we're gonna mash that up, and we'll mix that with a straw that they pasteurized earlier. So it's in there. Okay, so here is the straw cultivation in full swing. We've got all the pasteurized straw, and they've mixed up all of the grain spawn into this. So there's little bits of myceliated grain spawn spread all through this nice damp straw. And they're gonna go ahead and pack it into these bags. So all of these bags will grow mycelium as the oyster white rot mycelium grows into the straw here, and you pack it in. You don't pack it too tight because you do want some aeration there, but all those little granules are going to seed new bits of mycelium, and after about a month or two the bag will be fully colonized. You cut a hole in there and oyster mushrooms will grow out. So here's our oyster mushroom straw cultivation class. It's pretty cool. There's our board member Dave, just packing up a bag.
possibly that could be helpful. I haven't used it for that, but right, we think about that tightening the tissue, oozy skin, maybe even an insect bite or something. It could be useful for that.
Do you know if the...
They don't, yeah. I've got a tick bite on the back of my neck.
You have a tick bite?
I do.
Yeah, when we're
Ticks?
yeah. Also, essential oils can be good, but yeah, drawing out plantain. If there's any plantain down in there, that would be really good to make a poultice.
Do you know if heat...
All right, so we got a big old mushroom puzzle here that we're working on. Julie's got the little key there. We put all the edges together, and now we're trying to match up all these little pieces of mushrooms to figure out what stuff is. So I can tell that's the top of a lactarius. That might be schizophyllum right there. We have the stem of a chlorophyllum there, edge of a russula right there. So even though we know what all these things are, it's still hard to put together a puzzle. That's pretty cool.
Chlorophyll obtaining its food from dead matter. If you type in, this one really got me, I was cracking up. 10 examples of saprophytes. Examples of saprophyte plants include Indian pipe, a kind of old name for these ghost pipes that I don't find to be a very good name for them. Colorized orchids. Saprophyte plants are mushrooms and molds. Saprophyte plants are mycorrhizal fungi. These are the types of things you find, in the little blurbs that pop up the first thing when you type some of these keywords on Google. So good to be very critical of the things that you find on Google. And now we know through a lot of these really fascinating studies on mycoheterotrophs that none of this is true. Mycoheterotrophs are not saprophytes. Sapro literally means just dead or dying. Phyte means plant. And so these mycoheterotrophs are not getting their nutrients directly from dead or decaying organic plant matter. They are getting their nutrients in relationship with a fungus, either mycorrhizal or in some cases saprotrophic fungi. So if you hear anyone talking about a mycoheterotrophic plant as a saprophyte, or really any plant as a saprophyte, it's good to call that into question and be like, what do you really mean when you say that? So no plants are saprophytes. They're either autotrophic, meaning photosynthesizing, plant parasites, or mycoheterotrophs. And this paper was one of the really big kind of breakthroughs and outlines challenging the whole notion that these mycoheterotrophic plants are saprophytic. And Jonathan Arlique is kind of one of the leaders in the field of mycoheterotrophic systems. And he lays it out really beautifully here of these plants are not saprophytic, so let's not call them that anymore.
So here's our roasted mushrooms from earlier. Don't those look fabulous? All right. We got more of them over there. Ooh, is that a big bowl of mushrooms?
It's a huge bowl.
Huge big bowl of mushrooms.
It's a BAB of mushrooms, a big ass bowl of mushrooms.
What do we got in here? We
have a hedgehog's yellow feet, black trumpets, chinchills, and a little bit of maitake.
Oh my god, I love it. That's phenomenal. Thank you. All right, we got Mike and Jess over here. What are you guys working on? Making a little marinara?
Tomato bread.
Tomato bread. Okay. Sweet. What mushrooms are going in that?
It's gonna go alongside my pickled oysters.
Pickled oysters. Okay, very cool. And we got big old sheets of Spanish-style tortilla here, yeah?
Tortilla.
So we got, are those gnocchi or?
There's porcinis and maitake.
Porcini and maitake, okay, and then potatoes and caramelized onions and some eggs and duck eggs. Right.
Arizona duck eggs.
Dope, I love it. Yeah. That's incredible. Wow. Very cool, chef. I'm excited to see that. And this is going to be delicious too. So, way to go, guys. Thanks. Getting ready for wine service here on night 2. Here goes Julie and the wine crew. We got lots of good stuff. All right. Gonna keep people happy and serve a really good dinner tonight. Should be a good one. The crew's been hard at work. I got some beautiful little mottled mushrooms that'll be part of the dessert. So you guys are still at it. Way to go. All right, here we have all of these mushrooms that are getting vouchered, and we're doing microscopy and we're gonna do sequencing on them. So here's all of the stuff that I've collected here at SOMA that's in the process of getting processed. So we've got Bruce, are you taking photos of the light box?
I am.
You are. So there's a light box in there. We're taking photos. Darvin's collecting our samples, and George is in charge of much of this, but wearing the appropriate selection for a mycologist. So, what are you doing here, George? Tell me about it. Like, what you've been sitting in here all weekend long. What are you doing here?
Okay,
what is your like workflow?
We're taking each collection of each collection that comes in of the species, and we take the ID team and the other team puts a tag on it with identification.
Yep.
I take one of my stickers on it with the sequence number, attach that to the tag.
Gotcha.
And then take the mushroom and the tag, take the picture together, take the tag away, and start taking a bunch of pictures of just the mushroom. Then the sort of camera roll that produces from one collection to the next goes home. I process that, and it ends up on Mushroom Observer.
Okay.
With apparently every collection is going to get posted. And
yeah.
Right now we're going to probably hit 600 collections.
Wow. That's awesome.
Which is like blowing the lid off anything we've done before.
And because of Hart, we're going to sequence all of them too, right?
And Hart is doing sequencing of everything he possibly can. And so, yeah, he's doing his thing his way, and I'm doing my thing my way.
But that's what's beautiful about this is everybody does their thing their own way. And we have this incredible collection of mushrooms and wealth of knowledge that comes out of that. So
yeah. And so his work is going to iNaturals.
Yeah.
And there might be some cross-linkage that might happen there. Who knows? But yeah.
Very cool. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay. If you're in the fashion show, come in. Yes. Yes.
Do I have time to run get a costume?
Go get a costume. Hustle, 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 hustle. Go make a costume. God, hustle. Watch that man run. It's kind of adorable. Okay, so we're gonna go out and we're gonna do one at a time, okay? And you're just gonna cue yourselves. We're doing this totally improv. So just pick someone to follow, but don't go two at a time. Go one at a time and go out to the second table. So you go down the middle and just strut your shit, okay? Strut your shit, okay? And then when we get to the opposite tables, you have to keep wait. But I have this. Don't take your clothes off. Yeah. Okay. Leave your clothes on. Yeah. You can take off your jacket. Okay. Take off your coat.
Alan is look at that outfit. Look at these mushroom cakes. These are so cool. Just heading on Techie Eye. Woo.
Oh, Melissa. I got the knife. She's got the knife. Are we done? Hold on. No, okay, wait. I'm just, oh, wait. Are we good? Okay, you ready? Anytime now. Quick picture. Snap for you. Snap for me. Wow. Oh, look at it. Okay, just look at
All right. I think we're ready.
No, I'm waiting. Are we ready? Yes. Yes. Go.
No, not there.
Yeah, give it to the young guy.
Hang on, I gotta find the edge. All right, here we go. Ready? All right, here it is.
Wow.
Thank you.
Look at that.
Little millipede. UV. Oops. Hey, buddy. That's super cool.
It's so neat.
In there because we don't really know exactly where best to put them. Some are good edibles, some are not, some are not even worth trying.
But there's some real pretty ones.
Yes, there's definitely some gorgeous ones, and like these Leucopactylus albicemus, not edible. I think they might be toxic. I don't know of any reports, but they have a chemical in them that makes it so they resist rot. It'll just sit there and dry and just sit there in the woods until something finally moves it, knocks it down.
For weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Months, literally.
Yeah.
Two matsutake. One really grungy one that there's debates if it even is actually a matsutake. But there are still a couple out there. But that's another of the tricholomas. Keeping moving through the Y spores, we have the waxy caps, a lot of color, not much flavor. Then we have all the Russulalis, I separated the Russulas and the Lactarius, all the milky caps. I went a little OCD and color coded them. So you can go through and see how they're related, like of the white capped Russulas. Here's the Brevipes and the other white capped ones, all the red cap, which there's around 200 species of red capped Russula in North America, so not even worth bothering to try. Handful of candy caps that came in. Kind of hard to show everyone, but this is the most commonly picked look-alike of candy cap. They don't really look alike once you look at the details close, but people will get excited and accidentally pick them and realize, well, this one doesn't look quite the same. It has little rings on it. It's more pink than orange. And candy caps have what I call non-fat latex, non-fat milk latex. It's kind of watery, it's white-ish, but you can see through it. Whereas the latex on this one, it starts out white, a thick white, and it turns yellow. The Xanthogalactus literally means yellow milk. Moving down here, we have our orange-brown, all our corks, the web caps, which let's see if any have a good web cap on them.
We're looking for a Cortina.
Yeah.
That one
is not really evident. They're all pretty old, so they're
all beat up.
Cortina now, but we'll have. Actually, yeah, there we go. Perfect. These are the exact same mushroom. Starts out with web-like veil over the gills.
Yeah.
Cobwebby veil.
And it starts literally as that, and then as it expands, those webs, the veil breaks, and you'll often find remnants of that web on the stem, and it helps even more because those will catch the spores, and you'll have a spore deposit right there for you to show. Okay, it's kind of orangey brown.
rusty.
Yeah.
That's the one that if anybody later smell that and see what you think it smells like, it's really pungent.
I got a lot of bluets over there in Tricholoma are considered a beginner's mushroom, edible mushroom, but every field book says, but look out for the purple quartz. There's no known toxic purple cortinarius in North America. Just FYI.
And in theory, you can eat them all, but they taste like an ashtray.
That doesn't mean that they're all good to eat, but there's no known toxic.
Right. They won't kill you. They just might.
But they haven't all been sampled.
This might be an easy pass for newbies to think they've got a bluet.
Yeah.
It's purple, it's lovely color there, but it's not.
Even the stem has similar color and
Yeah, the
texture.
stem's got similar coloration. Those gills are a little more purple than usual, but you might find a bluet that's young with look for those purples, look for the rusty brown spores somewhere on it. They got overlapping caps.
But if you're really excited and you're like, I have to eat this, and you don't want to wait for a spore print, just use your nose. Because that smells like an ashtray and a bluet smells like floral orange juice.
Yeah.
So you don't even need to wait for a spore print, although you can usually see one. You just remember, like Christian said, use your nose.
There are a couple deadly cortinarius, just to let you know, but they're going to be more red tones.
Yeah.
Than those purples.
We mushrooms. SOMA. Thank you, everyone. You are wonderful. Yay! Say hi to the internet. Thank you.